Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the LA Chargers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Now an option play on second down. A good chunk on the ground on the keeper, 17 yards, first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards, and the Jaguar first down.
Let's go. Ready?
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. But let me think about that for a second. Maybe there'd be one contrarian that would say, give me 10.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, well, they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
This secondary is really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
They'll run with Etienne. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to fourth down. On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over first and 10. That's quickly out wide to Davis. Oh, nice move. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. A first carry here for Kene Nwangu. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Well, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. The Chargers at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, You show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 7. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Hey, Ram. Go.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And this will be a Jaguars 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Now this throw caught left side, and he's brought down. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man of the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Young's throw complete there to St. Brown. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Young looks to throw on 1st down. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Touchdown, Jaguars! Evan Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bullying his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Out of the gun, Herbert. Right side, he has Johnston. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. They'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
From the 50, here's Herbert. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Young now. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Young. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. And Charles got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Going to be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his one-on-2 matchup.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On the toss, here's Nwangu. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Let's go, let's go. 59, 59.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 28. That third down conversion good for 23.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. This a quick pass to Davis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. Herbert operating from the red zone. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
Hey, Kappa, 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 Kappa.
Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And the Jags, Charles, I think they're in the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
5-9, 5-9. Ready.
Up the middle, Nwangu. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
59, 59. Hey, Ray.
They snap it to Herbert. That's to his running back, complete. Touchdown, Chargers. Kenny Nwangu from 6 yards away. And the Chargers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. They took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch out now, 52. Ready?
Throw left side complete. That's Hunt. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now a throw here, hold in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. To the air once more, Young. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. He's going to air one out. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 47 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Throwing, Young. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Touchdown! From 8 yards out. And the Jaguars will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The The Charger drive about to get going. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet, and the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. There's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Young now after the fumble recovery. Throwing middle, and it's complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Second down, Young. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Amon-Ra St. Brown in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars will extend their lead here just before halftime. Slide for the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs on getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a fourth down.
Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Jaguars. A 77-yard punt return. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Herbert. They'll set up the screen for Nwangu. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 43. Herbert now. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Back to the air. Herbert on 2nd down. Able to find Dowell. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 31-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st. On 1st down, it's Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Again, Herbert. And this one is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Go, hey, go, go, go.
Now a handoff up the middle. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Trayvon Walker makes the tackle.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Hey, ram. Go.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll look to run with Nwangu. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Kene Nwangu with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot. Up 2 scores here in the third quarter. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now Young. Open man right side is Ingram. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. Here's Jamie Gillen now. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And, Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a first down. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Henley. And the Chargers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Charger drive about to get going. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 65 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's Herbert. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. This will be caught at about the 5. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
Go.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Boy, that was lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. But that was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
3rd and goal at the 4-yard line. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Kene Nwangu, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Chargers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chitty on the other side of the ball and saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
On 2nd down, he'll try to run the counter. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Young. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Young. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. Oh, look at the juke. 10 more there and another first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Young off the bootleg. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Jaguars are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Oh, design run for their wideout. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Jags could be on their way to a 5-2 start as they add on to their lead. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's 1st and 10. Herbert. Buying time to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
Baylor Tiger. Baylor Tiger. Crowd right, crowd right, crowd right.
Herbert gonna throw. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Throwing, Herbert. He'll get that complete to Dell. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. 2 timeouts remaining, but time is of the essence. Down 2 scores. It's 1st and 10. They'll get this to Nwangu. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. they become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And the Chargers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Now 1st and goal. Herbert. Flushed out right. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. They'll wind up losing 3 yards there on the play as that'll lead to a 2nd and goal. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed.
And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown. Probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll conserve whatever time he can as they'll opt to bring it out to the 25-yard line. Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. Well, things started off exciting. This one had a high-scoring first half, and nobody let their foot off the gas in the second half either, Charles. And, you know, for them, a really nice victory in a high-scoring output.
You're right about that, because so many times we'll see teams come out slow and take a while to get going, and points become a little bit harder to score near the end of games, as we know, because everyone tightens down. But no such issues in this game. The scoring started right away and held up at a steady clip the remainder of the game.
So for the Jags, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.